Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. So today I'm going to be working on a swap. We're doing a flow journal swap in Junk Journal Divas. So a flow journal is an unbound, so you don't have your signatures sewn in. And I like to think of it as a supply share journal because you fill it with a lot of different papers and lace and all kinds of goodies, you name it, whatever you have in your stash. And it's kind of just a way to share materials and things. So I have my cover, and right now I'm just going to go through a bunch of papers, and I grabbed some of my eco print papers to put in. Got this orange one, this one, a green, and then I have some, this is like a linen paper. I grabbed a grungy one. Oh, I guess I got two. This is a rusty one. And then these are a linen, like a thicker avocado dyed. I don't know if you can pick up on the texture of the paper there. And what do we have here? Another eco print. I guess I grabbed two. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to go through some of the other papers that I've grabbed and fold them. And then, yeah, we're going to start getting signatures together. So I'm just folding them like this. So that's what I'm going to do now, and we're going to get started here. So I'm kind of speeding through this process. I'm just, folding all of my papers, and I'm not showing all of that, but I just wanted to show if papers are a little large, what I do with them, just to fold them. And then I also wanted to show a couple of pockets that I made, just really easy. I show the folding and gluing, but I did go around with my sewing machine on, I think I did that with all of the pockets that I made. So I'm just going to play some music and show a little bit of this, and then we're going to do the flip through.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper that sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer. Night breezes seem to whisper that
This is huge, and I've been through it, and I can't bring myself to take anything out of it. So this is a soft cover, obviously very bendable. I used an Amazon packing envelope for this and just covered it with the fabric. And then we've got 3 signatures in here, if you can see the buttons. So these are elastic bands, and the cool thing is you can slide the buttons so that you can tighten the band. So for now, I just have this piece of sari around here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or maybe do something different. So this is a flow journal swap in Junk Journal Divas. If you're not in the group yet, come over and join us. It's a lot of fun. I've been wanting to do a flow journal swap for a long time, so I'm really obviously excited about this, and I went a little bit crazy. So I think what I'm going to do is take the signatures out to show you each one, because otherwise it's just too much going on here. So let me first show you. I was going to put this in the front pouch, but this just opens up. Inside I just have some little doodads here. I've got some beads. I have some flathead pins, some buttons, and then I put some of these, I don't know if you can see those little clasps, the jaw clasps, and I put this tea bag tag on here because I used those as the toppers for these, just to give an example of ways to use it. And then I put one of my pins that I just did, and I will link the video for the pins if you're interested in making some of those. I'll make a note here because I'm going to have a lot of videos here. I also have, I loved doing the tea bag tags, so I will also link this video. So let me see. Tea bag tags, safety pins. All right. So I tuck those guys back in there, and this just kind of tucks in. And then I just have some pretty trims that I was going to add in. So I've got these guys, and I just tied them together with a bow. Just kind of stuck my needle through there to tie them together. I think I might put this maybe on the outside of the package or something. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so I've got the first signature. I've got a lot of my dyed papers. The third signature, I made one of these boxes, and I will link a video for this also. I made one of these for my Diva Delight storage books that I did, so I'll link that video as well. And then the last signature here, I've got a lot of vintage papers and things. So that's kind of how I organized it. And in the back, I just put some rub-on letters and some little stamp guys that I had. And I used some jelly prints to create a pocket on the front and the back. So I do think this is going to be easier. Let me take out the signature and we'll do one at a time. Okay, so first signature I've got here. So I did a lot of my dyed papers. This is an orange eco print paper. And then this is a junk mail envelope. You can see here. And I put some in here. I really love these. They're really large. So you can take 2 of them, you know, and kind of put them together to make a journal. Kind of like when you do the paper bag journals, it's kind of similar except using envelopes. So I put a couple of these in there. And then I also have some junk mail envelopes that I put on my jelly plate put 2 of those in there. Okay, so we've got that. And then here I've got a jelly print, and on this side I just put some embossed papers with a paper clip. I've got quite a bit of embossed papers in here. You can see the jelly print here. Then these are some avocado dyed papers. And these are really thick. I don't know if this is 32 weight, and it's linen paper, so it's got that nice texture to it. And then I've got some rusty, grungy papers, an eco print page that I did some messy sewing on. Then I've got some grungy, more grungy, rusty, an avocado music page. This was a big envelope that I just got in Happy Mail from Karen. So I turned this into a pocket, and in here I've got a lot of things to alter in here. So like I've got these cards and some receipts. More eco print, some linen. The eco print, look how pretty this is. Look how pretty. Just beautiful. Okay, and then I've got a big piece of this, I don't know if this is rice paper, mulberry paper, I'm not sure what to call it. It's got a lot of texture to it, and this is actually folded over and folded up, so it's a big piece. And then this is tissue paper that I stamped, so you can collage with. And this is another piece that's folded, so it's a large piece. And then a book page that I turned into some pockets here with some little postcards in. Another eco print page. Look how pretty this is. I love the eco prints, so I've got to show those. Just beautiful. Okay, and then this is wrapping paper, but it's almost like plastic. It's very sturdy. So I turned this into a pocket. And let's see, in here I have some big glassine bags. Couple of those, and then this is actually a tissue box. Just slide these over and I'll show you. So see, this is the top of the tissue box, and I put some acetate in there and a whole bunch of time cards. And over here I just tied some of these cards together with a little clip. Just some random papers, more stuff down in there. And jelly prints. Okay, and then this part, this is a piece of parchment paper. Just a vintage paper with some lines. It's really big. Some dyed tracing paper. And then, I don't know if this is tracing paper, playing around with. And I put some tickets on this side. And I think I am going to, let me see, I'm going to put those here. Okay, so let me go to where I haven't looked yet. Other side of that book page with some cards. I put some playing cards in here to alter and some tags. And let me see, I'll just go to where the pockets are. So this side of the pocket, just got some fun papers in there and some more eco print goodies. Let's see, the music page, grungy papers. avocado, jelly print. Okay, so that is the first signature here. Okay, now while that signature is out, I'm going to show you this box because I threaded this through. Okay, so what I did, if you open this up, and I wasn't sure how to share a lot of this stuff without it being super bulky. So here's what I did. Inside, pull these out. So I did these cards with some fuzzy yarn. And then you can just kind of pull this out. I just put some circles there to tuck the threads behind. And then here's another one. And then I did this to share some charms. So I've got a whole bunch of little dangly charms and things on here. Some bells and flowers. And then here, if you open this up, I've got some sari. Of course, I had to have some sari silk in here. So these guys go down into there. And I thought this was a cool way to put them in there so that they don't get all messed up. And then I put a magnetic snap closure. And I used a piece, this is from the cover, so it matches. So this is what this is, the second signature. Actually, I might not have to pull out the third one. I feel like I have a little bit of room here. So this is a piece of wallpaper. It's really pretty. It's got these blue specks in it. So on the other side, I made a pocket here. And these are just a whole bunch of pretty napkins. And this is a bag that I just couldn't fit with the other ones. So these guys tucked in there. And then this is a big avocado dyed glassine bag. So on this side, I just put some more pretty napkins in for decoupage. This is a piece of braille paper. And you've got a vintage book page, vintage page, all vintage, guys. This is a music sheet that I did on the jelly plate. And then on this newspaper, there's a bunch of these little envelopes, these little pocket guys, and one of the feathers that I did, and then a whole bunch of extras to paint. And then on this side, I've got this envelope with some little, they're Spanish vocabulary cards. And then I have an example of what I did with some wet strength tissue paper and then some extra tissue paper here. Book page. This is one of those envelopes I did, and I've got some letter stickers in here. This is a really big page from a vintage magazine. I just thought it was really pretty. Another vintage paper, a map. And then this is a book page that I decoupaged here. And then on this side, I did the envelope. And then inside the envelope, I have a bunch of mini coin envelopes. And then another vintage magazine. I put a couple pages in here that are, you know, just folded them this way. And I did the same thing with this music page. And then this is another music page that I turned into a pocket. So I've got some guest checks here And these are really like nice and thick guest checks. I don't know if anybody knows where to get these books, because the ones that I've seen, they're just really thin paper, and I really like the weight of these. And then I've got some tea bags in here with one of mine that I did the jelly print on. And then the center, I've got a bunch of doilies. The other side of this, got some tickets in here, little goodies. And again, more super thick things to kind of alter. Music page. Oh, this is the other side of that music page that I decoupaged. Let's see. And then we've got the other side of that envelope, and I put a bunch of texture pieces in there, folded them around. Book page, let's see. Got all these vintage papers. Book page, grail. The other side of that big glassine bag that I dyed. And then the last page here, and I've got a bunch more of embossed papers. Got lots here. And then some that I added inks and things to. And you guys, I've got a couple of videos playing around with embossed papers. I just love, they're so much fun. And then again, in the back, I've got some rub-on goodies. So let me go ahead and put the first signature back in. I also have flowers that I was going to add, so I was thinking maybe I could pin some onto the front, possibly. I don't know. And then I've got these goodies too. So I've got lots of stuff here, but you get the idea for a flow journal. It's like a supply swap, because you're really just sharing a bunch of supplies and things that you have in your stash, share with other people. So this is like 4.5 inches. It's a monster. How exciting is it to get a whole bunch of supplies from other people? I also have a couple of videos on another one that I did if you want to get more ideas. In addition to the one that I received, I do a flip through. So I'll add those videos as well in the video description. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope I inspired you to come over to Junk Journal Divas and share what you are creating. Thanks for watching.